Alright, so what I want to talk about today is from one of the videos that I listened to this morning, like a little YouTube podcast about, it was about how to let go of shame and guilt from religious judgment from it was from the perspective of someone who was Mormon and left the Mormon church. And so he came to this idea of something that helped himself realize that I think for him in his scenario he was placing it he used like the idea of having sex with the satanic women, so he would have sex with a Satanist, and to help eliminate the guilt and shame from his mind, which he would automatically go towards, he would use this method where he would be like, okay, why am I why do I feel guilt from having sex with this satanic woman? Because you in the Mormon, do they have the Bible in the Mormon text? You shouldn't have sex outside of marriage, and she's a Satanist. Why? Because that's Mormon doctrine. Why? Because that's how they teach the people who are Mormons to behave. Why? Because it's the way that God says to behave. Why? And so on, so on, so on, so forth. And eventually, for him, he finds that when he does this long enough, he starts getting in this like loop, and it gets more and more just out there and crazy, and that he eventually just realizes, oh yeah, it's because it's all related to Mormonism, and I don't believe in Mormonism anymore. And so that was interesting. So I was like, that's pretty cool that he did this this method. He's like, I don't know if it's anything that is like psychological or something. I don't know what it is or if it has a name, but it's something that's worked for me. And so I was like, cool, well, next time I deal with some sort of anxiety or something come up, I'll give it a shot. And so I did this several times today, and pretty much every single time, no matter what it was about, it ended up coming to the same result for me, which was that really like existentialism, like, and it had to do with God, and it had to do with my ancestors, and it had to do with the fact that I just have no idea. I don't know. And that was pretty much what everything eventually came to, that I have no idea. And so I thought that was really cool. And I actually, the idea, I know that some people have a big fear of the unknown, but I'm learning to embrace the unknown, and it really doesn't scare me. That it does to some extent, but not in the same way that it would have before. And this is a whole nother topic that I would like to discuss at a different time, but I won't. But it's about praying and prayer, and my views on prayer, and how my views of praying have changed a lot over the past several years. There's something on my nose. I'm trying not to pick my nose on the camera, but it's something up there. Can you help me find it? So, the prayer one, I will talk about that another day. Maybe, if I feel like it. But so with this one, I'm so tired. I want to do this because I do videos. I've been doing a video like every day for at least 3 weeks now, so that's really cool. So I will just be super blunt in this one, and I am gonna do my best not to edit my words or any names or anything like that. I'm just gonna do it for real, how I was doing it today and what happened and how my mind processed. So might get some names dropped into this one, and that makes me nervous because I'm gonna say some names and just revealing and anxiety inducing, that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna go for it and we're gonna see where it goes. I'm so nervous. Okay, so today I was feeling abandonment issues coming up. I am afraid that Stanley won't want to talk to me anymore, or something's gonna happen where he will just end up rejecting me, or making me feel really bad, or getting upset at me or something. Why? Because that's the same thing that happened with Ethan, and how I feel rejected, or I got blown up by Ethan. Why? Because Ethan deals with his own mental health issues. Why? Because he has BPD. Why? Because of how he was raised growing up. Why? Because his mom was a narcissist. Why? I don't know. Why? Because I don't know what she grew up like. I don't know how she grew up. Why? Because I wasn't there. Why? Because I wasn't born. Why? Because God didn't decide to have my spirit become a human being yet. Why? I don't know. Why? I have absolutely no idea. Why? Because I'm not all-knowing. I'm not like God. Why? I don't know. I'm human. Why? That's just the body that my spirit was placed into. Why? I don't know. I could have been placed into an animal or anything. I have no idea. Why? I'm not all-knowing. I don't know anything. So that's one example of how that one went pretty flawlessly into the I have absolutely no idea. And so when I found an anxiety happening today about anything, whether it was my new rebuilt and restructured friendship with Stanley, what was I gonna say? But whatever. I was gonna say, I guess that one flowed really well, and it showed exactly that I find comfort in the fact that I don't know. That actually brings me a lot of comfort. I have no idea. And so for anything that gives me anxiety to then, if how the guy was with his, why do I feel shame from having sex with a satanic woman? Because that is Mormon doctrine ingrained into my brain, even though I don't believe it. So that was his jump to, and for me to say, why are you, I am nervous about being rejected by someone I love, Stanley. And why? I have absolutely no idea. And that actually gives me a lot of comfort. It makes me feel a bit more at peace about the fact that I just don't know. And I have ideas of why I think that I might, and I know what I've been through, but really, like, just the fact that there's so much unknowns that I cannot answer, and that it all doesn't matter anyways, it just makes everything so much more peaceful and relaxed, and that, hey, every single issue that you have, you don't have to know what it is. It's okay to not know why you feel the way you do. So I'll do another one and we'll see what happens with this one. Now, this is just me, and I think, I don't know, but I mean, mine always goes, it either goes to like ancestors, then God, and then like, that I have absolutely like no idea. That's kind of the pattern that usually happens. So let's try another one and see what happens. I am nervous about the idea that I said both Stanley and Ethan's name in this example video. Why? Because I don't want to make anyone upset. Why? Because I really care about them so much and I don't want to hurt anybody. Why? Because I have so much love to give and I really, really care. Why? Because I'm a compassionate person and I was born just loving every living thing. Why? I have no idea. That didn't take long either. Why? I don't know. I just, I'm not like the rest of my family. Why? I don't know. No one else in my family seems to love animals as much as I do. Why? I don't know. They're cute and soft and fuzzy and I just want to love them all. Why? Because they're alive and they're precious and their life deserves respect. Why? Because they're living beings. Why? Because somehow their soul, their consciousness got put into this vessel. Why? I guess because God decided that they should be spirits within an animal and not a human or anything else. Why? Oh my. I have no idea. Why? Because I am not all-knowing. I don't have the mind of God. Why? Because I'm a human, and although I am a soul, I am within a human body. Why? I have no idea. So maybe it's just an interesting experiment to try out and see where yours goes, where your whys will go. And I like it because it helps me realize that all of my anxieties or my fears or whatever I'm sad or depressed about, really, I don't understand it at all. And it is completely okay to not understand. So it's just a cool thing. Alright, so be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.